Hi everybody, it's Diana with StampingWithDi.com. Welcome to my YouTube channel and this week's Di's Shorts. And happy September. August flew by and we are now into a new month. So I will be getting with you in regards to my host code and my incentives and goodies and guts and all that kind of stuff later. And I love that you love those each month, so that makes me feel good. So today I thought I would just play with the meaningful flowers. So I haven't, I don't think I've done my paper pumpkins the last 2 months because I've been so busy. So I thought today I would just have fun with the meaningful flowers and see how that goes. If you have this one, let me know what you think. It looks kind of pretty and it looks kind of neat. I did take the cellophane off, so it looks neat that there's like a little poem or something. So that's pretty cool. So if you are new to my channel, welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. My name is Diana and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator and I'm in Santan Valley, Arizona. So we had a little excitement today. So when we were in Vegas, and I always tell the guys, I said, don't let Winston out the front door without being on a leash, because he likes to chase stuff, right? Like bunnies, just anything. And so we're trying to work with him in regards to like training, because he didn't have any of that kind of stuff. So luckily while we're in Vegas, Eric was super good. He put his leash on him in the backyard and the front yard and all that good stuff, so no problem. So today Jeff come home from the grocery store and I opened the door for him and I thought, okay, I think Winston's just gonna step out the front door and greet Jeff because he loves Jeff, and he would follow him right back in. That's what I was thinking he was going to do. So Jeff come in and I just assumed Winston would just turn around. No, he goes running. He goes running down the driveway. He goes running down the road. Oh my gosh, and here am I, and I hurried and grabbed his leash, because usually when he sees his leash, he's like, oh my gosh, there's my leash, I'm excited. And he kept running, and he's like, peed here, and I've got my flip-flops on, and I'm calling Jeff, and I'm like, oh my God, I need help, bring the car. Like, you might have to bring the car, because he's just like going. So then he stopped here, and I'm like, oh, almost get him, and then he run again. So I finally caught up to him at the end of our road, but it goes to like a cement road, right? And I just was like, oh my God, please don't have there be any cars, because he is just like going like craziness. So I got him on the leash, and I'm just like, okay, that was not fun at all. So yeah, so we have got to work with him in regards to commands, because that's not good. It can be anything, right? I mean, anybody could come in and let him scoot out. So oh gosh, that wasn't good. So anyway, I don't know what made me gab about that, but because this is supposed to be a Di's Shorts. Okay, so I'm going to spin the camera, so close your eyes just for a minute. All right, while I get adjusted here. Okay, so this is the paper pumpkin. So this is August, meaningful flowers. And I know it's already September, but my pumpkins take a little longer to get here, and I'm always wondering why, because we are like the next state over from Utah, so I'm always thinking, well, shouldn't it be here the next day? But no, so it doesn't. All right, so it had a lot of stuff with it, but this is what I'm talking about. Okay, so you've got a little spot. We've got a pretty peacock spot, but you know me, I like to use the big mama pad, so I'll be using the mama pad. And then here's all the stuff. Now I'm just going to make one card because it's supposed to be short, but this is what I mean. It's like a little poem. So forget-me-not flower, love, devotion, memories, small and delicate forget-me-nots remind us to never forget the people we love. When you give someone these sky blue flowers with yellow centers, it represents a promise that you will always remember them. It also represents your hope that they will always remember you. And look how cute that is. And we just had one of our neighbors pass away, and she was the sweetest lady. So I might have to make one of these cards up for her family, because she was just the sweetest. Okay, so here is these cards. Let me get my instructions. Now I did already put the I already mounted the greetings, and as far as I could see, that was all that we were going to be stamping with. But it has, this is like a lily pad, so we have a lily pad, this pretty flower here, there's the two greetings, and then this is when you rise above the rest, and then the flowers here. So it had quite a bit with this kit. Alright, so let's see. Let's see here. So this, I want this card goes with this. So if you got that, remember we had that host set that had the frog? This would be cute with it, wouldn't it? Alright, so we have that and that. I also want this. Okay. And this, and I'm gonna pop this out, and this is pretty cool. Forget-me-nots. I wonder what they smell like. I don't know if I've ever smelled a forget-me-not. I know growing up my favorite flowers were lilacs. Oh, this is cool because it's like vellum, so you can like see through it. See, you can see through it. That's pretty cool. Were lilacs. I love the smell of a lilac, and we can't grow them in Arizona, so that's kind of horrible. Alright, so we have chipboard, and I just keep that off to the side there. Alright, so we want to stamp. Where are my thingies here? Okay. So your friendship is unforgettable. So it is a photopolymer. The pumpkins are always photopolymer. I don't think we've ever had any that were cling. I could be mistaken, but I don't think we've had any that are cling. So I'm using the Big Mama Pretty Peacock ink pad instead of the little spot. And so we want your friendship is unforgettable. Okay, and that goes right in the center. Okay, so your friendship is unforgettable. And then, oh, so we're stamping it on this. That's cool. Alright, so the other greeting that says, you are capable of amazing things. So I'll have to come up with a different greeting for the sympathy card. You are capable of amazing things. I love how that fits in there just perfectly, how it goes around that flower. So that's pretty cool. Alright, but I think that's all the stamping. So there's quite a bit extra with this kit. So if you want to make more, if you want to make more cards, you can kind of duplicate them because you have these extra stamps. Okay, so let's get the cards going. We want, since this one's right here, alright, so this is going to go on here. Let me make sure I'm opening it the right way. So this is a tall card. Alright, oh wait. Okay, so that must just going to be on the back. So this is a lotus flower. Okay. So that goes on the back of the card. All right, cool. So that's kind of neat, right? So it's on the back. All right, so this goes on here with the dimensionals. Now it comes with dimensionals and twine and a little bit of tear tape as well, and some bling, some clear bling. All right, so the paper pumpkins are fun because everything's all ready for you, and sometimes I just like to have it all figured out for me. And I hear a lot of you that take my classes in the mail, and you say the same thing. You just like to get the stuff and you don't have to think, you just put it together. And so that's good. So the August class in the mail kits all went out, so you should be getting those any day. It took me almost 3 hours to print the postage because the postage for some reason was all not working properly. Alright, so that goes on here. I'm like going, I'm probably putting this on the wrong one. I probably am. Alright, so we stamped that. Oh, okay. So then we're putting this over top of this. And then this is going to go over top of that. So it looks like they've stuck it up underneath there. I don't think so. I don't think so. Alright, so this goes on here like that. But they're having us use the tear tape, but I have a feeling that that tear tape might show. It might not, because this is like a heavier vellum, plus it's got that purple on there. So I'm going to be bad, and I'm going to use my green tip glue. There it is. I'm going to use my green tip glue. I'm going to be a rebel. I'm going to be a rebel. Alright. So this goes... Yeah. I probably should have did one before I came to do the thing, but I like to kind of just do them live so that you can see if you have any questions. That I have questions too. Alright, so that's going to go on here, and we're just going to hope that we can't see this. And then that glue dries clear, so alright, that goes on there. Cool. Alright. But, because I'm just looking at this here, so it said tear tape, but again, we're not using it. Put it on there. That goes on there, so that's what we got done. Then we have this, but when I'm looking at that, I swear it looks like they stuck one, and these are all the same. Yeah, these are all the same. Alright, but it looks almost like they stuck this flower underneath there. But when I did, I couldn't see the greeting. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put it on top. I'm putting it on top. So I'm just going to be a rebel, and it's going on top. Right. So this has... Does this have dimensionals? Oh, maybe it goes in there, and then you pull it out. That might be what it is. Oh, so I totally did it wrong. Alright, so that's what it is. So this just gets stuck in there, and then you pull it out. So see what I mean? But I put my glue, so I totally did this wrong. So, yeah, I did that wrong. So this is going to go in here, like this. But I put that glue in there, remember? Because I was a dork. But anyways, alright. So pretend I didn't put that glue in there. So this is what they're doing. They're just sticking that in there, and you will pull that out. So this one is going to be totally put together differently. And I'm just going to put dimensionals. And it is what it is. But now it makes sense. Alright, so I'm just going to put this on here. And then it's just a card. So there's no pulling out of anything. Alright, there's that. But see what I mean? So if you do yours, do it properly. And this will go on here. And if you use a tear tape, I'm still using the green tip glue, but they send the tear tape because it is an all-inclusive kit. And sometimes the paper pumpkin is like a new thing for somebody, and they don't have all the bells and whistles like everybody. Like they don't have the green, you know, the two-way tape. They don't have things like that, so that's why it's all inclusive. So that totally makes sense. Okay, so see what I mean? So this is what I was supposed to do. So this will slide in here like that, and then when they get the card, then they'll pull it out, and then the greeting will be in there. Because I was like, there's no way you can see that, but then it makes sense that you just take that out. Okay, so make sure. You can do it either way, right? I think it looks cute, just as cute this way. And then you have the little blings. So let's put our little blings. And they used quite a few. They did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blings. Okay, let's do. And they look like they're all the same size. Nope, there's some big and little. All right, so I'm just going to put 1, 2. I love these because they look like water droplets. 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. So they're in totally different places because I did mine different. But I think it still looks cute. And then it's just a card. And then you can write, you know, write this saying. And I love that it has that little, talks about lotus flower, strength, resilient wisdom. Long revered in cultures around the world, the lotus flower is beautiful, strong, and pure. As the sun rises, the lotus flower emerges from dark, murky water with a miraculously clean flower. At day's end, it closes and descends back into the water, ready to repeat the process the next day. Wow, that's cool. So no wonder they have, you know, have you doing that, right? Because you're making the lotus flower do what it does in real life. But anyways, okay. So there's that one. Okay, and then let's bring this one over. Let's see if I can do this one right. My gosh. All right, so we have. So I stamped that. Maybe if I do the 1, 2 instead of skipping right to 4. Okay, so we have this and this 1, 2. Then we're going to put this here. Look at how pretty this is watercolored. It's just so pretty. Alright, so we've got our dimensionals. Let's follow the instructions this time, Diana. Alrighty. There and there. Make sure I can't see them peeking out. No, I can't. Alright, so we have this goes here. Then we have our greeting, and it says cut 8 inches of the twine. Okay. Cut 8 inches of the twine. And there's a little ruler on here, which is so cute. Whoever decided to do that was very, very smart. Alright, so 8 inches. Alright. Because that wasn't on there when we first got the paper pumpkins. Alright, so let's see here. So they're doing tear tape. And I will just use my seal. And they're just tied a little bow with the twine. And it's just going to stick underneath there. So I'll just fix my little thingies. I'm going to stick that in there. Like that. Okay. Then we're going to put a couple dimensionals. Okay, one there, one there. Okay, so this gets folded over. Oh no, it doesn't either. So this is, so that's on the back too. For some reason I was thinking it was going to be inside, so that's on the back of the card. Alright, so this goes in here, over top of here. Like that. And so this is almost like a little, oops, I have to take the backs off, my help. So this is almost like a secret little message in here. So that's inside here. There's our little tails or whatever. And then this just goes over top. And is there any bling on it? I don't think there's any bling on this one. So it's kind of cool, right? Because then it's got the little, where's my roll folder? It has a tiny little, you can kind of see that something's going to happen here, right? And then you go, oh, your friendship is unforgettable. So that's pretty cool. Alright, so let's see here. Here. But what I would do, this is me being a rebel, so not only did I change the other one, but I think I would put my greeting on the front. Personally, this is what I would do. Alright, so let's see here. Let me get the flower. I would get my flower, and I would put my flower in here like before. So where's my whatchamacallit? There's that. And there. But what I would do is, this is what I'm going to do. I shouldn't say this is what I would do, because I'm doing it right now. Alright, so I would put my flower in here, like this. Then I would take my twine, which I can't see where I put it. There is the twine. Oh my gosh, Diana. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Let's see. Well, I'm just going to get more out, and then I'll find it. Because that's usually how it goes, right? You can't find something till you order more, or you get more out. Alright, so I'm going to put some linen thread. Oh, look, here it is. I told you, once I found something different. Alright, so I'm going to do this. So I'm going to put this tie around the flower, like this. Now this is a little bit thicker. Okay, so we've got this on the inside of our flower. So it looks all cute with that twine on there. And then I'm going to take my greeting. So this is the friendship. But we also had that other greeting. What was the other greeting? I think it'll fit on there too. Yes. This one says, you rise above the rest. Ooh, let's do that. Okay, you rise above the rest. Because that flower is coming up, right? Alright, so you rise above the rest. Okay. Make sure that's good and dry. Remember I tell you that the paper that is a paper pumpkin is a little bit different than like our basic wide So it takes it a little bit longer to dry. So usually that's a lot of times why I get things ready to go, and then, you know, I get all my stamping done and then I assemble after. That way, you know, I'm not blurring anything. So let's hope this is good and dry. All right. Okay. So what I'm going to do, instead of putting that greeting on the inside, I'm going to put it on the outside. I'll put it on the outside of the card instead. Make sure my glue dot. Hang on a minute. I'm going to take this off. So I'm just, to remove the dimensionals, just roll them. Did you see how I rolled that off of there? I'm going to bring these a little bit closer together. So you just roll it off. Don't want to pick it off. All right. So I'm going to go, you rise above the rest. So I took it off because I think it was going to go over here, and then I would stick that card together. And so I kind of like the look of that one. And then depending on how much bling. So what I would do with your bling, I would make sure you finish the cards that you're supposed to use the bling with before you put bling on a card that's not supposed to have bling, or use less on the other card. All right, so because I'm going to put a couple little blingies. Oh my gosh, get off of there. Get. Oh my gosh, we're just going to leave that one on the desk for now. All right, so I'm going to do what I tell you always. Fold it back. It's a lot easier. Do as I say, not as I do. All right, fold it back, because then you can pick it up. All right, so I'm going to put a 1, 2, and 3. So we have some cute little droplets on there, and then I'll got that off there. Okay, so this was how you were supposed to do it. And then you open up and your friendship is unforgettable on the inside. Or you can go, you rise above the rest. And you still could put, you know, you could still stamp your friendship is unforgettable right in there. It would still look good. So there's that one. And then here's the other one. But remember, I did it wrong. Or not wrong, but I did it differently, because you're supposed to pull that flower out of there, because that is what that flower does. So did you know that that's what that flower does? That lotus blossom? I don't think I've ever seen a lotus blossom in my life, because I might have to Google that, because that sounds pretty cool. All right, so this is supposed to go in here, and you're supposed to pull it out, you know, with the greeting there. So anyways, but either way, it's super cool. I kind of like it on the front, but this way it takes advantage of this vellum here, so that it makes sense for the story on the back of the card. And then you have these really pretty whatchamacallit, envelopes. So you have these envelopes for the morning glories. And they're not morning glories, Diana, they're forget-me-nots. And then you have these ones for the lotus blossoms. But look how fun they have, you know, it goes on the inside. So if you like to cut your envelopes apart, look at that. It's a whole scene in there. So you could, you know, have fun with that. And then the lotus one, it's kind of white in there too. So if you you know, want to make extra cards or something, or have some fun with the envelopes, cut them apart. These are just regular size cards, so they would fit in our regular envelopes. So anyways, all right, so let's see here. Let me say, see you later, alligator. So yeah, that's a cute kit. So I will make the rest of those. I always like to kind of have the paper pumpkin cards are handy. If I'm going to be doing, like if I need some thank you cards, they're just pretty thank you cards to send. And I don't always have the card say thank you, because I put a post-it note in the thank you card, and the post-it note says thank you, and then that way the card is blank, so that the person getting the card can use it. So anyway, so I don't always, because some people go, well, I got a birthday birthday card, but it wasn't my birthday. But it was really a thank you card. So anyways, okay, so I'm going to stop blabbing. I will see you Monday for my Mimeograph Monday with a Twist. That will be 3 o'clock, Arizona time, same channel, and have a great weekend. And if you have any questions, make sure you reach out, okay? All right, thanks for spending some time with me this week. I really appreciate it. All right, bye for now.